So yeah guys, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Deepa and this is Divine Tarot. So let's get straight into the reading, and I am going to use my favorite deck today, which is the Star Seed. And I'm in a zone when I use that. So I have got today only 3 decks and only one tarot deck. After a very long time, I am taking out my Mystic Mondays tarot. So I'm going to use this, and I am using the Starseed Oracle, and I am using my Astro Codes. So firstly, on the astrological aspect, the first planet that changed, like the planet of karma, the king of karma, the king of time, the Saturn transit in Aquarius, which has finally happened, and I am so excited. That was a brilliant, like I was waiting for that from very long time because my 9th house is activated. And what else? So we have Jupiter, which is coming in the nakshatra of Revati from Feb 24. We have Venus transiting in Aquarius in 2 days on 22nd. Wow. And we have Mars in Taurus, which is all direct. Yes. And we have, what else we have? And we have Sun in Capricorn, all the way till Feb 15. Then we have Mercury, which has turned direct. So that's all your astrological pointers. But I'm going to give a depth analysis when I use my star astro codes. And for now, let's begin with Starseed Oracle. Yes. Right, this is one of my favorite decks, and it speaks to me, literally speaks to me, because I being a star seed, I really love using this deck. Let's see like what comes up. The first card that I have is, what is it? You got the Love, yes, and we have Hardanian energy, codependency, boundaries. So I spoke about in my previous video, which is all about this Capricorn season is all about boundaries. And trust me, in my story, that was the one thing which I really had to learn, like how to put on boundaries. And not only your person is also doing this, your divine masculine is also setting up boundaries. Your divine masculine is also making these changes necessary, to have a growth. And we got here, I treat this card as 2 of Cups because, suddenly seeing those, like 2 of those faces, and, suddenly I felt like 2 of Cups vibe. So this is realizing your love, yes, and it happens in phases, it happens in steps, and it happens in one step by step. And I got the card of 2 of Cups, and my intuition first strike, my 2 of Cups card is my twin flame card, which talks about, you can see there are multiple masks, like shades to your personality. So I'm having here 2 concepts. So firstly, your person thinks you're very multi-talented, and you have different shades in you. That's what I like. My first intuition was that your person feels that you have a lot of like multiple personality, like you can do many things. You're very intelligent because in all of the in the card you can see the head part, which all talks about brain. Like your person thinks you're very intelligent, and for some reason your person also really likes, like I think when you speak, your person sees your lips a lot, because suddenly my eyes caught all of the people's lips. So your person, when you speak, he sees your lips a lot. And he also sees your eyes a lot, because in all of the cards that's very predominant. Yes. And another energy that I'm getting is, so you got the Love also talks about universe showering love. Yes. And I also spoke about how much it's so important in this journey to shower love. Yes. And I have I am somebody that tries to help so many people I can, but if the opposite person is not trying to understand. And I'm also getting another perception wherein your person feels that you shower over love. Maybe you are cheated, and I totally resonate with that, because this is a card that has so many meanings. So I'm trying to explain you all of the concepts and all of the meanings that I am getting. So maybe you shared certain stories of your life wherein you are cheated. So your person also is I think a little bit of protective zone, because boundaries also talks about your DM's boundaries. And I've also seen that DM like set up so possessive boundaries wherein, even if you try to step out, even if you have a conversation with your male friend for more than 5 minutes or something, you will get a trigger, like a clear warning asking you to stop. So this happens a lot in this twin flame journey. So Hardanian energy also talks about, I connect that to crown energy. Yes. So, it talks about your alignment of chakras. So, it's a sign. This card to me also talks about your person is also, aligning the chakras. And I am hearing solar plexus very strongly. Yes. So, solar plexus all talks about your confidence, because, it comes the middle of, all the chakras, right? And some even heart comes in middle, but even solar plexus like comes in middle of your body. So solar plexus all talks about your balance of your upper chakras and your lower chakras, and solar plexus always talks about confidence. So your person also really loves your confidence. Yes. So those are the meanings that I have for you. And Two of Cups also talks about, your person can actually be a beer addict. I don't know, for some reason, when I felt Two of Cups, I felt like beer. Yeah. So let's pick another card. So as we get into the energy, it starts getting deeper, right? And then we have the card of surrender to the sweetness and Venus energy. That's what I am. Venus. Yes. Pleasure, joy, make love to life. Yeah. So this is my card, my Venusian. I am the Venusian. Yes. Right. So surrender to the sweetness. So the one quality which I really have is I love myself. Yes, that's what I think that's what Venusians have. Yes, and I am like, I have so many planets in Venus, and the one quality is, I told in my previous video, I'm a dreamer. Like do not, I do not listen to anybody. I am in a zone. Yes, I am in a zone, and I always like, that's my success funda. I don't get influenced. Yes, I never pinpoint anybody. Yeah, until you do that. Yes, then I'll give you back answer. Yeah, so Venus all talks about love. Yes, and it all talks about making, loving yourself. Yes, and it took me time. Yeah, but I do not care. And in this journey, you figure out you do not need validation. You do not need anybody to tell you anything. Venus all talks about self-love. Yeah, and it took me some time to master, as I was mastering the chakras after crown, after I mastered my heart chakra. For me, in my journey, mastering the crown chakra was the very hardest. And in all of the 7 chakras, crown chakra is the hardest, because it is a connection that you develop with the universe, and it's above your head. So it's a connection that you develop with the universe, and it is legit, like you have to work on it. Yeah. So after that, then I worked on my heart chakra, and Venus all talks about love, like spreading love. Yeah, and surrender to sweetness. And I told in my previous videos that the only way to master twin flame journey is love, spreading sweetness. But also be sure, and this is something that I have learned here, and I'll tell you that in my story, I always kept silent. Like I would never reveal my DM's name to anybody because of the amount of friends we had, and I was always like secretive. I was very like I always wanted to keep, because I was like, nobody will believe me and all of that. Yeah. So there are a lot of things which I self discovered, and those self discovery points are what I come here to share with you guys. Yeah. So I'll tell you what happened. Yeah. And then I came on this channel and all of that, and I was in the zone. I forgot my scorpion boundaries, and I was in this zone wherein, I was so open, and, because I was squeezed in a box of not being able to tell my story, and I was squeezed in a box, and I just bursted out. Yeah. So I've understood that my friends, yeah, whom I started to open up, and all my clients and all of that understood my story better. Yeah, they understood everything, because they had taken guidance from me. They had, at step by step of their life, I had been there. Yeah. So I've understood that your DF clan that I met from this were more judgmental, were giving more comments, were passing more opinions than my friends and my clients who worship me. Yes, and I have understood that the purpose of this channel was to not, it is no more, it is no more only twin flame. for me, my channel is now for everybody who wants to grow in life, who want a spiritual growth, who wants to, love life like Venus, yeah, like I am. And I took some time, legit. I do not care. I do not need your validation. And I have learned this, that DF clan are the most judgmental. And I have decided that I do not want to help such people. Yeah, it all talks about boundaries. Yes. And no matter you are a DF or not, if I find you, I resonate with your vibe, I'll be your friend. Yes. And that was a shell that broke for me after I came on this channel, because not all were good. And there are these karmic DFs that are so judgmental, yes, and that past shitty comments and all of that, and I do not resonate to that. I do not like that. And it also talks about, I'll tell you why I'm telling so much, is because these two cards talk about your word of say and what you stand by. So, and I ensure I do not resonate to this kind of energy. Yes, I do not like backbiting. Whatever it is, I like to speak on the face. I do not like all of that. So I have set up massive boundaries that that bubble broke. Thinking that, all divine feminines are like me, they understand my story. I have understood that after meeting so many divine feminines, that my journey is at a very better place, because I never never pinpointed another human. Yes, so I am telling you this is because these are all the qualities of Venus, because Venus spreads love. You do not pinpoint, you give freedom. Yes, Venus gives freedom. And Venus all talks about, because I have so many planets in, Taurus and Libra, and even my Saturn is in Venus Nakshatra. My Rahu is, in conjunction with Venus. So many things are there. So Venus all talks about spreading love. Yeah, it is that zone wherein, just bloody live. Yeah, live and let live. And I really stand by this, that and I always make fun that I have uplifted people, but when it comes to me, I have uplifted myself. Yes, even now if my twin does it or not, I don't care anymore. Yeah, I have found peace, I have found my zone, and this is this journey wherein, you divine feminine also find your true Shakti power of, your self-worth. Yes, this journey talks to you about that, wherein, you have a self-worth, like you figure out who are you. Yes, and it all talks about that, like pleasure, joy, and I am so excited, now it has come to a point wherein, I'm free. Yeah, I do not like shitty behavior. I don't like, I don't let anybody cross my boundary line. Yeah, that is something that I really needed in this journey. So yeah, so I have understood that what I needed was always within me. And this is what this journey talks to you about. That, your self-discovery, that everything that you want is within yourself. And, Venus all talks about beauty. Yes, and, after coming on this channel, like my journey, boosted up so much. And Venus all talks about self-love. That's what I want to tell. And what you wanted is all within you. You do not need validation, you do not need any comments. And yeah, so it's all about self-discovery. And I think that and I'm telling self-discovery so much is because this woman is wearing the cape, and what superpower you need is within yourself. And yeah, and yeah, so that's what I want to say. Yes, and I really love this deck. Yes, right. And then we have loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Yes, so this is like free fall, right, which all talks about the Fool card. And loosen your grip all talks about surrender. I always hear the word Ivor, and Ivor surrender, like that's one of my favorite songs. And I have understood that surrendering, yes, I've surrendered to the outcome. I've surrendered, I've set free. Yes, because from the day when I knew that man was my twin flame, but I wanted him to I wanted him to choose everything himself. Yes, I never forced anything. Yeah. So in short, मैं अपनी favorite हूँ. You have to figure out, you have to find yourself. Yeah, and then you will see your co-divine feminine, like who is right, who is wrong, and who are in true power. You will start seeing as you rise up. Yeah, and you nothing like it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, the outcome doesn't matter because you know you have already won in this journey of self-discovery. And losing your grip, as I was saying, it all talks about Evor's, surrender song. And it all talks about like I've given up on the outcome. Yes, and I've left it free. This is the outcome that you have loosened grip upon. Yeah, and density, addiction, and all talks about. In this journey, I've discovered that divine masculine stalk the divine feminine a lot. Because I'll tell you what, divine masculine knows that there is nobody else like divine feminine for him. I'll tell you what, the first time that your person lays his eyes on, he knows that you are the one for him, and he knows that, yeah, and he'll do anything and everything to get you. Yes, so it, that density and addiction talks about that, because the density is the depth of emotions, because here we're talking about water and emotions. Yeah, it can be your 3 water signs. Yeah, because in all the 3 cards there is water. So yes, right. And then we have the cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer, right? So your person really likes your spiritual aspect, because that is something that is a unique spiritual aspect to you, divine feminine. And this journey teaches you the divine, the journey of being a true divine feminine teaches you the discovery. So the cosmic heart talks about, I'll tell you what I am getting here. Yes, so in my journey, I was so tired of these mind games and trying to the ego and all of the DMs unawakened aspects. I was so tired. Yeah, I was so tired, and I was like, if you want me, you get me. Yeah, because my heart, and I am telling with the cosmic heart here, and because my heart has a price. And my price is, if once given to get that my heart, you need to be in the right frame, in the Lord Shiva form, in the awakened form. Then I will give you my heart. Yeah, and I was very particular about this, because I was so like, I will tell this happened from 2021, 2022, and now I am standing in my power, and I will bow down and I will give you my heart, because my heart is very precious. Yeah, and even if you love your man, you have to set up boundaries, because we started the reading today with boundaries. Yes, and I'm very particular about my boundaries, and I'm very particular that my heart has a price. And I'll tell you what, and I have, I've also had a practical experience. Whenever your person tries to hurt you, it bounces back to him twice. You can even consider 10 times. Yeah, it bounces back to him, because it starts affecting him. Yeah, because his heart is with you. The cosmic heart also talks about your divine masculine's heart, yeah, has only you. Yeah, and we have your devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. And I always spoke about every divine feminine has a mission. For me, example here, it is to come here and find all of you guys, and this was my part of the mission, and I think I'm gonna do this. This is something that you can do for the rest of your life. Yeah, so yeah, you'll see my kids, my twin flame kids, our dogs, and all of that. So it's a process, and it's a journey, and it took me a lot of strength. Yeah, so it is a beauty in itself to see this power, and I am so touched. Let me tell you guys, and I'm so touched because let me tell you guys, yeah, all of my friends and my family and all of that see this power in me. Yes, they see how I'm a gold aura, and everybody tell me about my divine beauty. They tell me about my undeniable beauty, and it feels so amazing, because these folks who are not on this journey. Yes, if I could, I'm telling this because of this moving, make your life a moving prayer. And I'm telling you legit, yes, past 2 years, 3 years down the line, there were these folks, yes, they didn't understand. They didn't understand what was twin flame. They didn't understand why am I waiting, for a man. And they didn't understand when I said that my horoscope has already been tied up, and I'm in a soul tie, and no matter what, and being a healer myself, and I was very, even if I, there were 3 guys that I wanted to date in this time frame, I couldn't, because firstly, I know, because I'm a psychic, I knew that my horoscope ties down to that man. I knew that, my like it's a soul tie, and I knew that I am, like, we both are reborn, because my dad told me when I was 10 years old. So I'll tell you why I didn't want to hurt another soul. Yeah, because I don't want that person to get involved, and again we pass through that, because I've already done that with my soulmate one. So it is, these are all facts, and nobody here is talking about that. This is all this journey is about. Yes, you will get tempted, because other people are going to try for you, be it your soulmate, be it your soul family, or be it anybody else. They are going to, you are a divine feminine, bloody people will get attracted to you, and people get more attracted to divine feminine, period, than divine masculine. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, the divine feminine attracting to the divine feminine more, it causes like more repulsion, like more people attracting. Yeah, so it is a, like a concept, yeah, which I have figured out through practical experience. So yeah, so this card, the Seas of Mintaka, talks about, your subconscious mind, like tapping into your subconscious mind, tapping into your telepathy, and all of these in this journey you'll master telepathy, you tap into your subconscious mind thoughts. For some reason, like, there is this, communication between the twins. So this card talks about focusing on that. Yes. Now I'm gonna move to Star Astro Codes and decode few points for you guys. Yeah. So the first card that I have is the card of Taurus, and it talks about cultivate. So it again breaks down to the energy of Venus, because Taurus is all about, like, experiencing life. Yes, so Taurus talks about that, and it also breaks down to this card, which is surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So firstly, this talks about appreciation of, of how far you have come, of appreciation of how much you have handled. Yes. And yeah, so I was talking about how much, like, what my clan didn't do for me, my others all started seeing, and I'm so happy. They see the power within me, they see the energy within me, they see the beauty within me. I'm so, privileged and so happy. So I brought in this change, and even if now, like, my twin clan, I don't care anymore. Yeah. So it all talks about, Taurus talks about your mouth. Yeah, because it's the second house from Aries. It all talks about verbal appreciation. Yes. So which all matters. Yeah. And then we have the card of Cancer. Yeah, immerse. So yeah, Cancer is again ruled by moon, and you can be Cancer zodiac, and you can also be Capricorn, because I suddenly heard Capricorn, which is opposite Cancer. Yes, so I'm also hearing Virgo, I'm also hearing Pisces, so the opposites, right? And Cancer all talks about, like, your moon, your mind, which all again talks about, your subconscious mind. Yes, Cancer, it's because it's ruled by moon, like, tapping into your subconsciousness, like what exactly, like, many of you may have dreams. Yeah, for me, visions are more, dreams are less, but whatever I dream of turns out to be true. For me, my dreams are always around, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, and it is always, I have noticed that my dreams, come after I sleep, like, I slept, I woke up again like 4 5ish, and that's when my dreams again, like, come into picture. So that's when my dreams start. Yes. So yeah, so there is a saying that when whatever you dream of in the morning happens, right? It turns out to be true. And other card we have is conjunction alliance. So you may come in collaboration at all, and again I see yellow color, which all talks about solar plexus. Yes, so you may come in collaboration, you may come in conjunction with your twin to work on a project. Yeah, it can happen, and I have always seen that twins always have our business partners. They work on, like, you have seen, Virat and Anushka worked on Puma. So yeah, so they and Ben Affleck spoke about, his wife, like, he's starting a production house. So collaborations happen a lot in TwinFlames. I've seen in that. Yeah. And then we have the card of Sagittarius expand. So you may be Sagittarius. Yeah, and Sagittarius is all about, because it's a fire sign, and it's all about action. It's all about horse. And I am seeing crazy horses, like crazy. Earlier I was seeing women riding a horse. I was seeing that videos a lot. Now I am seeing, like, I have seen a video today wherein, there are a group of horses in ocean. yeah, like near the beach, and they're running, like they're I've seen that. That video is very beautiful. I'll see if I can post it on my shorts. And I've seen that, and now I'm seeing like a group of horses. So to me that is like horsepower. Like a group is like a horsepower. Yeah, Sagittarius all talks about action because it's ruled by Jupiter. It is like your knowledge action. It can even be that. Yes. Another card that we have is 8th house mystery, and 8th house all talks about black magic again. So some of you here are under the twin flames. 8th house also talks about masturbation. So you may do that. Yeah, it is your person who's making you do that. Yeah, masturbation, like many of you may doing that. Yeah, and 8th house also talks about sudden wealth. Yeah, so you may have sudden wealth, like you got some, from some XYZ sources. It can be, your family friend gifted you, it can be your siblings gifted you, it can be any form of sudden wealth or sudden, something that happens sudden. Yeah, and this year is all about that sudden events. Yes. And then we have 5th house passion. So 5th house all talks about desires, like your desire fulfillment, like your 9 of cups. So desire, like whatever you desire of. And I always, spoke about law of dreams, law of desires, law of making things happen, like law there are so many laws. Yeah, so I am legit like the law of D&D, which is law of desires and dreams. So I, being a Venusian, I legit like jot down like where I want to go. Like for example, I was so keen on going to Iceland, to go to Egypt. Like I want to explore these places. Like I am like, I don't want to go to Maldives, which is like so common right now. Yeah, so I want to go Iceland. I want a telescope so that I can see Jupiter, Saturn. It's all about dreams. It's all about dreaming. It's all about desire. Yeah. It's all about 5th house, all talks about like your desires. Yeah, because I have so many planets in my 5th house. I have I have Mercury, Sun, and my Venus there in Libra house in 5th house. It's all about Venus. So art, and you may be in the field of modeling, art, and all of that, acting. All of that comes in 5th house. A lot of like creativity. Yeah, so creativity, like artistry and all of that. Yeah, actually I am very good in painting. Like that just faded away. Like in school I used to do so much. Like I'm very good in drawing and painting, and for some reason I'm not, like I can do like very good fabric painting. I can, anything related to fashion I can do. So I can do very good fabric painting and all of that. Suddenly this card, because you can see there are florals, which are being drawn. So I am seeing like this as fabric painting. I think I should take it up, and I should share my designs with you guys. I can legit like fabric paint. I can stitch myself. Like I don't know why am I not doing. Yeah, the time squeeze. Yeah, so I think I should take it back. Yeah, this year I'm gonna take it back. Yes. And even if I, just paint one sari on my own, I'll be very happy. I can legit do all of that. I don't know, it's somehow faded away. Like I know the color mixes, I have done that all in my fashion designing. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah. Fingers crossed, I may do it. Yeah. So we have Pallas, Athena, think. Yeah. So it's all about like think and act. Think and act. I'm hearing that. Think and act. Yeah. So I am like now, because of, like so much, I wanted to tell my twins so much that I used to type these big paragraphs, and he would just reply in a smiley, which really pissed me off. Like I just gave up. Yeah. And I came on this channel, and I found my self discovery, and people appreciating me for my demand. I'm just so blessed. Yeah. And I want to be in only that circle that appreciates me, that uplifts me, and appreciates my beauty, my talent, and all of that. That is the only circle I want to be. And I even tell that to you guys, that cut out shit at ant size than at elephant size. Absolutely. Yeah. So on that thought, I'm willing to stop on star astro codes, and today is all about self discovery. It's all about putting up boundaries, and it's all about a person who uplifts me. Yeah, I want the same to tell you guys, if you cannot uplift me, I am not going to be your friend. Yes. So right. So let's check on, I'm using this tarot deck after a very long time, and whenever I use this tarot deck, it's all about, it's all about career. So you might be very focused on your career, and I have been doing that. Like for me, healing the world is my career. It's my zing, it's my soul. And it's not only just healing for me, it's a ray. Like I love spreading positivity. I do not like being stopped upon. I am like a horse. I just go with horse speed. I don't like breakers. And my mom my mom always used to tell my friends that never stop her. I hate the word no. I hate the word, like I just don't want to be stopped. Like I just want to go with speed. Yeah. So I am like in that category. And that's how life should be. Like, God, like there are so many challenges by itself. There are breakers by itself. And I don't want another person to do that for me. And I don't, yeah. So I've legit, these are my thought process. Yeah. If I cannot resonate with your vibe, I am cutting you out. Dude, yes, bye. 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 Yeah. Please live in your own space. Yeah. Right. So we have the hermit mode, which all talks about, boundaries and hermit mode. In this, you can see, a lot of people, karmics end, because, for me, this card talks about karmics, because, hermit, and something may happen this year, September. Yes, because, hermit is a card of 9, and 9, I legit felt September. Yes. So 9 also talks about a circle completion. So there is a karmic cycle completion. It can be a karmic or without a karmic involved. Yes. Another card that we have is Princess of Pentacles, and some of you may take up small job work and travel, because for me this globe and the sun is all about travel, and very predominant orange color. Yes, so orange color orange always signifies, I'll tell you, it's between solar and it's between that solar and sacral. For me, orange is that middle, yeah. And so it's all that two chakras may be very active right now. Yeah, you may have cramps. I'll tell you what, from when I started working on my solar and sacral, I'm always for some reason having my upper stomach, it's paining a lot. Like obviously, frequently I have cramps. Yeah, and actually, I actually shot for a video in my farmhouse about physical ascension. So I have to edit it. Like I have to just collaborate all of the videos and post it. So I'm gonna do this after this video. Yeah, so check out that, right? And then we have the Lovers. Yeah, and in my previous video I spoke about solid plants. Sorry guys, I got a call. So the card that I got here is the Lovers and the Prince of Pentacles, which talks about a collaboration, which talks about a project, because the Lovers talks about, see, I even picture soulmates, so there can be soulmates watching this. So yeah, so there can also be soulmates who are checking out my channel. Yeah, so it is, Princess of Pentacles here talks about a short visit. Yeah, so it can be a short visit to see your twin or your soulmate or any of the one, just replace it in your story. So yeah, so the next card that I have is Princess of Cups. Princess of Cups talks about sister here. Yeah, so you may have a talk with your sister, or your sister, you're traveling to visit your sister or something like that, because Princess of Cups, when I picked, the first thought that came to me was sister. So yeah, so you may, have a talk with your sister or your sister. With the Death card right here, I'm feeling to stop. So Death talks about an end, a massive end in shift of energy. Like the legit what I'm talking about, it's a process of self-discovery, wherein, you're trying to figure out so many things. Yeah. So that was your reading, guys. Today, the reading was a lot about self-discovery, about boundaries, about what you want to put your energy in, about the kind of people you resonate with, about, what you need to like uplift. And I'm so thankful for everybody for, so beautiful messages, and, my Instagram is filled with it, my WhatsApp and all of that. I'm so happy. Yeah. And I'm waiting for my YouTube family to, spread more. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for all your sweet messages, and so many of them really like my fashion sense also. Thank you guys. Yeah, so many of you text to me so much. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, this is Deepa bidding bye. Bye guys.